Welcome to class, and let us look at this interesting maths question, and it treats that the square root of x raised to n plus the square root of y raised to n equals 13, and x raised to n minus y raised to n equals 13, and we are requested to solve for x, n, and y. So how do we go about it? So let's get started. So to make it more easier, I want to make the whole of this a and the whole of this b. Okay, so let's write here that this is a and this is b, and take note, if the square root of x raised to n equals a, so it implies that x raised to n will be what? A square. Now the same also applies to b here, so which implies also that if the square root of y raised to n equals b, then y raised to n equals b square. You might be asking how. All we just need to do is to raise both sides by 2, and that is to help us clear off this radical, and the square will clear off the radical. Now the same is also applicable here, the radical clear off the square. Okay, so here we then have that a plus b, okay, then equals 13, and here you then have a squared minus b squared equals 13. Okay, so we then have a new equation as a plus b equals 13, and a squared minus b squared equals 13. Okay, so let's just make this one, this equation 1, and this equation 2. And if you take a look at this, you see this is the difference of two squares. Okay, so which that implies a plus b then into a minus b, okay, to give us 13. Okay, all right. So, and take note that from equation 1 that a plus b equals 13, so which means we can actually plug in 13 for a plus b in this equation. Okay, so that brings us to 13 then into a minus b then equals 13. Okay, now since we now have 13 here and we have 13 here, so the best thing we just need to do is to divide both sides by 13. So here we have divide this by 13, divide also this by 13. So this 13 clears off this and this clears off this. So our new equation here will then be a minus b then equals 1. Okay, let's make this equation 3. Okay, all right. Now if you take a look at equation 1 and equation 3, okay, these are so we can actually solve for a and b simultaneously, right? Okay, so let's come here, a plus b equals 13, and a minus b equals 1. To this end, for us to solve for, let me solve for a. Okay, so which means we just need to add the two equations. By adding the two equations, a plus a will give us 2a, right? And plus a plus minus b, that will give us 0. So then 13 plus 1 will give us what? 14. So when we divide both sides by the coefficient of a, then a becomes 14 all over 2, which gives us what? 7. Okay, so a here is 7. So if we plug in this 7 into either equation 3 or equation 1, so let me use equation 1. So there I have here a plus b equals 13. Okay, so let us plug in this 7 for a. So here you have 7 plus b equals 13. So and if we make b the sort of relation here, we then have that b equals 13 minus 7, then b will give us 6. Okay, now but take note that where we are actually headed to is to solve for x, n, and y. Okay, so to this end, let us also recall that the square root of x raised to n equals a, right? And the square root of y raised to n equals b. Okay, now since here we know that a is 7 and we also know that b is 6 here, so let us replace both a and b, okay, for 7 and 6. So in this case here I have a, which is a 7 here, and here I have b, which is 6. So what do we do next? Let's just clear the radical. Now by clearing the radical here, okay, all we just need to do is to raise both sides by 2. Okay, and applying the same here, raising here by 2. Okay, so this clears of this clears of this. So for this, x raised to n equals 7 raised to 2, and for this, y raised to n equals 6 raised to 2. Okay, so let us justify these answers by evaluating it here, okay, for equation. Okay, so let's have it that x raised to n then minus y raised to n then equals, take note, now this will definitely give us 49, and this will definitely give us what, 36. So which implies that 49 minus 36 then equals 13. Okay, all right, so which actually justify this. Okay, and definitely we can do the same here, so which we can say that the square root of x raised to n plus the square root of y raised to n, which gives us the square root of 49, then minus the square root of 36, sorry, is that minus, sorry, plus, then equals 7 plus 6, giving us 13. Okay, now that we've justified our answers, so from here take note that x raised to n minus y raised to n, then this gives us 7 raised to 2, and that's because here we know that is 49 and 36 respectively, which also implies that 7 squared then minus 6 squared. And the same thing here, the square root of x raised to n plus the square root of y raised to n, which gives us the square root of 7 raised to 2, then minus the square root of 6 raised to 2. So by comparison, we can agree that x raised to n equals 7 raised to 2, right? Then y raised to n equals 6 raised to 2. So which implies that x equals 7, then y equals 6, and n equals 2. Okay, so this is the final answer to x, y, and n. Alright, I hope you enjoy this class, and if you do, please kindly like, share, and don't fail to comment. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye bye.